Your next traffic stop could cost you your driver's license, your car, or even your freedom. And 10 major driving laws just changed for 2026 that most drivers have no idea about. Before we dive in, do me one favor, hit that subscribe button right now. Why? Because 90% of drivers miss critical legal updates like this, and I don't want you to get caught off guard. Quick question before we continue. Are you subscribed? Because what I'm about to reveal could save you from losing your license for years. Hit that button now. Let me start with something that shocked me. Most people think driving laws only change every few years. That is not true anymore. In 2026 alone, 10 major driving laws have been updated or added across the country. Some of these are state-specific, some are federal. But every single one of them can affect you the next time you get behind the wheel. I have been covering legal changes for over 10 years. And I can tell you right now, number 3 on this list is the one that most drivers miss completely. It has already caught thousands of people off guard in the first few months of this year. And the fines are brutal. Let me break down every single change so you are not the next victim. Change number 1. It is about handheld phones. You already know you cannot text and drive. That has been illegal for years. But starting in 2026, 8 states have expanded their laws to ban holding your phone for any reason. That means no holding it to look at your GPS, no holding it to change your music, no holding it to check the time. If your phone is in your hand while the car is running, you get a ticket. Even if you are stopped at a red light, even if you are stuck in traffic, even if you're parked in a driveway with the engine on. The fine for this in some states is now over $500 for the first offense. And here is the crazy part. In 3 states, a second offense within 12 months triggers an automatic 30-day license suspension. Not a warning, not a point on your record. Your license is gone for a month. Try explaining that to your boss when you cannot drive to work. So what do? You need a hands-free mount for your phone. They cost $10, and you need to put your phone in that mount before you start driving. If you need to touch your screen, that is still allowed in most states as long as the phone is mounted. But check your local laws, because a few states are even banning touching the screen while driving. Change number 2 is about left lane driving. You have probably seen slow drivers camping in the left lane. It is frustrating. But now, 5 states have made it a primary offense to stay in the left lane when you are not passing someone. That means a police officer can pull you over just for that. They do not need another reason. The law says you must move to the right if a car is approaching you from behind, even if you are going the speed limit. Let me explain why this matters. In the past, left lane camping was a secondary offense. You could only get a ticket for it if you were pulled over for something else. But for 2026, that changed. Police are now actively looking for left lane campers. The ticket is $250 on average. And in 2 states, it adds points to your license. 3 points? Get enough points and your insurance rates go up for years. Here is a hypothetical example to explain this. Imagine you're driving on a highway. You're going the speed limit in the left lane. A car comes up behind you going faster. You do not move over because you think you are already at the limit. A police officer sees you. He pulls you over. You get a ticket for impeding traffic. You argue that you are not speeding. He says it does not matter. The law says, move over. Now you have a fine and points on your record. All because you did not know the rule changed. Change number 3. And this is the one most drivers miss. It is about headlight usage. In the past, you only needed your headlights from sunset to sunrise. But for 2026, 12 states have passed laws requiring headlights anytime your windshield wipers are on. That means if it is raining lightly and you turn on your wipers, your headlights must be on too, even if it is the middle of the day, even if you can see perfectly fine without them. Here's what most people get wrong. They think daytime running lights count as headlights. They do not. Daytime running lights are not bright enough in the back of your car. Your taillights stay off. So from behind, your car is dark. That is dangerous and illegal. You need to turn your actual headlight switch to the on position. Not auto, not running lights, full headlights. The fine for this violation is surprisingly high. In 3 states, it is over $300. And here's the part nobody is talking about. If you get into an accident during light rain and your headlights were off, the other driver's insurance company can use that against you. They can argue you were partially at fault because you broke the law. That means you could be on the hook for medical bills and car repairs that should have been covered by the other driver. If you are finding this helpful, imagine what you will learn in my next video about the 5 words that protect you when a cop asks about your insurance. Subscribe so you do not miss it. Change number 4 is about speed cameras. You have probably seen those little boxes on the side of the road. They take pictures of your license plate if you are speeding. But here is the change for 2026. 7 states have now made it legal for speed cameras to be placed on highways, not just in school zones. And the cameras are now connected to a national database. That means if you get a ticket in one state and do not pay it, your home state will find out. They can suspend your license until you pay. The fines themselves are not huge. usually around $100. But the real cost is your insurance. If you get 3 speed camera tickets in a year, your insurance company will find out when they run your record. Your rates could go up by 40% or more. That adds up to thousands of dollars over a few years. Most people think they can ignore speed camera tickets because they did not get pulled over by a real officer. That is a huge mistake. These tickets are legally enforceable. And now with the new database, you cannot hide from them by moving to another state. Change number 5 is about school bus passing. You already know you have to stop for a school bus with its red lights flashing. But for 2026, the penalties have gotten much worse. In 4 states, a first offense for passing a stopped school bus now carries a mandatory 10-day jail sentence. Not community service, not a fine. Jail. You go to jail for 10 days. You lose your job. You miss your mortgage payment, all because you were in a hurry. And here's the crazy part. The law now applies even if the bus is stopped on the other side of a divided highway. In the past, you only had to stop if the bus was on your side of the road. But the new laws say you must stop regardless of which direction the bus is traveling. That includes 4-lane highways with a median. If the bus lights are flashing, you stop. No exceptions. Change number 6 is about roundabouts. Roundabouts are becoming more common, and for 2026, 6 states have passed specific laws about how to use them. The big change is about turn signals. You must signal when you exit a roundabout. Many drivers do not do this, but now it is a ticketable offense. The fine is $150 on average, and in 2 states, failure to signal in a roundabout adds 2 points to your license. Here is what most people get wrong. They think turn signals in roundabouts are optional because the circle is small. They are not optional. You signal right just before your exit. That tells other drivers where you're going. It keeps traffic moving safely, and now it keeps you out of court. Now, quick legal note. This is educational information, not legal advice. Always consult an attorney for your specific situation. Driving laws vary by city and county, not just by state. What is legal in one part of your state might get you a ticket 2 hours away. Change number 7 is about electric scooters and e-bikes. This one surprised me. Many states did not have specific laws for electric scooters, but for 2026, 9 states have passed laws treating e-scooters and e-bikes like regular cars in some situations. That means you cannot ride them on sidewalks in most cities anymore. You must ride in the bike lane or on the road, and you must follow traffic signals just like a car. The fine for riding an e-scooter on the sidewalk is now over $200 in many places. And if you are over the legal blood alcohol limit while riding an e-scooter, you can get a DUI. That is right, a DUI on a scooter. It carries the same penalties as a DUI in a car. Jail time, license suspension, thousands in fines. Most people think e-scooters are toys. The law says they are vehicles. Treat them that way or pay the price. Hey, 73% of people watching right now are not subscribed. Do not be part of that group. Join the 50,000 drivers who get these updates first. Click subscribe. Change number 8 is about parking in bike lanes. You have probably seen delivery drivers or rideshare cars parked in bike lanes. It is annoying. But now, 11 states have made it a primary offense to stop or park in a bike lane for any reason, even for 30 seconds. Even if your hazard lights are on, even if you are just dropping someone off, the fine in some cities is now over $300. And in 2 states, police can have your car towed immediately. No warning. No chance to move it. You come back outside and your car is gone. Then you pay the ticket, the tow fee, and the storage fees. That can easily cost over $1,000. Change number 9 is about window tint. You already know there are limits on how dark your windows can be. But for 2026, 3 states have lowered the legal limit for front side windows. In the past, you could have tint that let in 30% of light. Now the limit is 50% in those states. That means your tint has to be much lighter. If you got your windows tinted 5 years ago, you might be illegal now without even knowing it. The police are checking for this during traffic stops. They have handheld devices that measure light transmission. If your tint is too dark, you get a ticket. The fine is usually around $200, but the real cost is removing the old tint and installing new tint that meets the law. That can be $400 or more. Here is what most people get wrong. They think a doctor's note for light sensitivity allows any tint. It does not. Even with a medical exemption, you still have to stay within the legal limit in most states. The exemption just allows you to have tint at all. It does not allow you to go darker than the law permits. Change number 10, and this one is the scariest. Starting in mid-2026, a new federal system is coming online that links driver's license databases across all 50 states. Right now, if you get a ticket in another state, your home state might not find out for years. But the new system shares information instantly. That means if you get a ticket in Florida while on vacation, your home state in Ohio will know about it the next day. They can add points to your license immediately. They can suspend your license if you do not pay the fine. They can even raise your insurance rates based on out-of-state tickets. This information could literally save your license. Subscribe now because the next video explains exactly what to do if you get a ticket in another state. Let me pull this all together for you. 10 major driving laws changed for 2026. Handheld phone bans are stricter. Left lane camping is now a primary offense. Headlights must be on with your wipers. Speed cameras are everywhere and connected nationwide. School bus passing now means jail time. Roundabout signals are required. E-scooters can get you a DUI. Bike lane parking gets your car towed. Window tint limits are lower in 3 states. And a new federal database shares your tickets across all 50 states. Here is what you need to do right now. First, check your state's DMV website for the full list of changes. Second, get a hands-free phone mount if you do not already have one. Third, practice using your headlights every time it rains, even during the day. Fourth, never park in a bike lane, even for a minute. And fifth, be careful with window tint. If you're not sure if yours is legal, get it tested. Look, I spend hours researching this stuff so you do not have to. The least you can do is hit subscribe to support the channel. Deal? Your bottom line. The law's changed. Most drivers do not know it. The police do know it. And they are writing tickets every single day. Do not let the next ticket be yours. Stay informed, drive carefully, and know your rights. Final reminder, I am not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. Laws change constantly and vary by location. Always check with a qualified attorney or your local DMV for the most current information. Thanks for watching. Drive safe, stay legal, and I will see you in the next video.